Hello everyone. I am going to be yapping about my daytime clears. So today, or sorry, not today. Imagine if I did 7 clears in one day. I did 5 clears in a day and the other two another day, so it's not that far. But anyway, this Dtide I finished 395, 2A4 clears on wave 1, 2A3 clears on wave 2, and then A5 clear on wave 3, 4, and 5. And the thing is, I was kind of thinking about swapping, but I probably need Calf and Pollux to both A5 if I am to get 400. And after I realized that, I just kind of gave up. So, we will be looking at the daytime replays, I suppose. I just decided that I want to try doing them in one video. I hope the background noise isn't that bad, but I suppose that one of the comments will inform me if it is. And, I mean, I don't need a background noise, but I also kind of want it, so I hope you don't mind. Anyway, this is Dtide. This is number one, calf. My crit rate is 17%, which kind of sucks. Because, you know how Tint gives like 45% crit rate? 17 plus 45 is not 100%. So, I'm missing like I'm missing so much crit rate. So that's like the big issue with my calf. I just don't have the crit rate. And other than that, you can see I got the shield relic. It's really nice. It lets you block a lot more. I mean, you can only block up to your health bar, but like it's kind of hard getting there. Anyway, the hat is wonderful. It's actually kind of nice with the map, because the map gives you symptoms, and if you don't want the symptoms, you can just hat them away. Right? Yeah. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Like it can get a bit awkward if you like have some cards you don't want to discard and all, but anyway. Right, this slime thing. Okay, so one important thing. I mean, okay, the thing is, A4 was a bit too easy for me, so I just managed to control the mobs very easily. Pretty easily. And I'm starting with almost 4 HP. So that is the thing. Also, I do have my calf portrait at 9. It is it's very nice to stack this during combats if you can. Like prep it for the next battle. I managed anyway. This handbook is not very good, but I just didn't have anything else. You can see I rouse calf. I'm going to probably exalt before the rouse. Just climb my exalt here because less damage, I guess. I don't know. Probably. But yeah, calf shielding for 500 per defense, but it's fully charged. But still a big amount. Right, I have my Karen OE. Also, one thing you've probably noticed by now, there is no game audio. That will be the case right now because I don't think I recorded it. Anyway, 10 Fiamma stacks. You do the thing. I want to keep the defenses in my hand for whenever they attacks me next. It's just a good habit, I think. I'm not completely sure if I play calf right, but that's what I've been doing. I press the button, 45, 45 crit rate next turn. And it's also ultra turn, so I'm just planning to set up a good burst turn next turn. Oh yeah, discard cards. I even I even did extra damage. I wish I had Clemoe so I could get both effects and some strength gen, but some of us are not whales. Anyway, press the calf button, press the think button. It's 65, but remember I have 17 crit rate. So it's an 83% crit chance, which is not the worst, but it's also not 100%. I built way too much crit damage, and now my cubs are bricked for a long time. But anyway, I crit 50k. Whatever. I want to get a Riker on the team instead of a Calf. But other than that, the team is pretty chill. Like, she builds up Alien so quickly with her Fiamma thing. Anyway, I get back to 10 stacks. I'm preserving the defenses and I'm just... I mean, I guess I didn't want to take damage. Hyper Flare. And it's like, it's okay to keep these at 3 because if you keep them at 3, whenever you exalt, the cards that you draw, they'll also get some stacks. So it's a pretty good deal. I mean, there's nothing wrong with playing them at 3, but like, you ideally want something to pass it off. Anyway, I can't yap about that much. It's just casual calf gameplay, except I'm a bit over leveled, so it's not that difficult to block. Anyway, press the clem button. This is a Karen portrait. Whenever you use it's a 3-turn cooldown, but it's like whenever you use the store healing thing, it'll give double that A-Rift back. So just infinite A-Rift glitch, not really. And I also managed to find Clem Portrait, which is kind of good. Anyway, I think this is the damage button. You can see 28. 28. If only there was a way to do more damage. If only there was a function called critical. It's fine. My calf will be unbricked sometime. Anyway, you press the button. You hope it lands on enough defense. That was the calf portrait proccing, I think. It kind of sucks to lose a card, but it's just natural. Like, unless you have turn rewind, you're not going to remember about the card every single time. Or unless you're a skilled player. Either or. Anyway, I'm safe. I just hyper flare. Hey. One of the things that's nice about hyper flare is that it's an X cost, so it doesn't get affected by A-Rift harmony. But I don't know how important that is. It's pretty nice with Clem Quasar in Ultra Turn, but yeah. Seems a bit too much to yap about. I always use it as a finisher, because like every time you get Fiamma, every time you reach 10 Fiamma for the first time each turn, well, I'm assuming it's for the first time. I don't think I've ever gotten it twice. It might not be for the first time, but when you reach 10 Fiamma or higher, you will automatically gain 2 A-Rift. And of course, the Hyper Flare turns into or Solar Flare turns into Hyper Flare. Anyway, this is just casual calf gameplay. You just block every turn that you can. And it gets easier with Portrait, because you just get this Portrait, every time you reach 10 stack on it, it'll just give you a new calf card with 3 Fiamma automatically. Anyway, 130k. Yay, crit. That was the first replay. It was pretty comfortable, honestly. Alright. The second replay is Caster Pollux. It's A4. There's not that much to note. I don't have Blade of the Titan on Pollux because my Machette's still using it because I still don't have the Whale Wheel maxed. So it's gonna have to wait. Anyway, Erica Caster, Horla Pollux. I get some okay relics. I mean, they're pretty nice. But they're like... I mean, they're pretty nice for this map. I mean, what more can I ask for apart from Pollux image? Alright, you can see 785. That is the damage attention. I pressed caster button. So, okay. I annihilated, and then I played a Pollux card. This is the tech that Lens has been yapping about, where you just store 5 Sacred Hearts into the chamber, and in Ultra Round, you just get Mega Stacked on. You get make it stacked on sin marks. I don't know how much I'm supposed to believe it, but yeah, I'm trying it until I have a reason not to, I guess. There is one time I did something like this, but it was like kind of mixed because I wasn't able to defend that much. I don't know if that's a skill issue or if it's an actual strategy. Anyway, you can see I didn't finish my combo there, and that was for two reasons. I mean, there was really one reason. I have April, and my April only procs for right. If I played cleansing, there's a good chance I don't get April anymore. So I want to go into Ultra Turn so I can just deal more damage. Also, apparently I have a cleansing in there somewhere. Also, about the caster rounds, I mean, it's a bit more reasonable, especially when you have the 2A riff on rouse thing. But I've been told, like, sometimes you don't need caster rouse. And that's something I need to think about. Anyway, you just press the buttons. The hat still draws during Ultra Turn, which is kinda... Hey. Anyway, I cleansing early because whenever you're cleansing, the other cleansing's A riff resets, so... I mean, I could have waited a bit more, but I can't do math. Anyway. I think this is the double cast. I hope that was the double cast. Anyway, yeah, a lot of damage with April. Yay. Now it's chunked down to half health. 1276. I mean, I don't really want to figure out how to... Apparently, I don't know how to count stacks because I just double play the thing. I think I should maybe insight because I don't think I'm going to another Ultra Turn. And at this point, I did so much damage that... Okay, maybe this was a bit too much, but the thing is with Pollux wheel, I believe it gives you extra crit damage or something after you exalt. So losing an atonement stack and losing the damage after exalt might not be good. It's probably not good. But I was impatient, and also look at the number. Surely it's gonna die next burst. So I just don't care about defending at all. Anyway, 687. You just burst it. Yay! And this is the 220k is the corrosion. But yeah, that was Caster Pollux. We'll be moving on. My 283 comps, my beloveds. You can see I don't have the best investment for Nymphia. I'm not sure Agrippa's very good on the team either, because I actually don't use the alert that well. I think someone like G-Doll would be better here. And then, honestly, I'm fine with Doll as my key flare carry. Like, it does some occasional healing. And it's also just a... Like, did anyone know that Doll's stat, that Doll's skills with key flare? With Enlightened? Or whatever you call the things past it. I think it, I don't know. Anyway. Yay! G-Doll meant... Environment. I don't know. Corpusant. So Corpusant is... I don't know. I feel like she's a bit scary. Like, she does... I mean, like, I can say that about every Dtide probably, but like, I don't know. Put the 2 stacks on her. Maybe I should have exalted after that, but don't worry about it. Wait, I actually fed an embryo then. Okay, anyway. 129 times 3. I just take the damage. By the way, I usually like to like exalt though, so I don't really get that much healing from her. I was feeling the OE this time to sell the Thunder Tides, my favorite. I cannot tell you what the damage intentions do. I mean, presumably it's the 8 Fortress on her, but no one knows for sure. I just eat for more alert, +4. The thing is, because it's A3, I don't bleed health that much, but I don't have very good sustain. Like if it's A4, I would probably be dead very quickly. Embryo Fusion. I play a shield card because it's free. And just wait. You can see also a lot of the damage is coming from the counter from the relic. This is just casual A3 privilege. I feed the embryos because I don't really care about. I just want to proc Nymphia Exalt one more time. And at this point, she's very close to dead, especially after the bone sick. In fact, she is just dead. Anyway, the important thing, I exchanged for like 74 health. Yay. I wanted to save Shoe Exalt because I know her lightning retribution does multi-hit, and that's presumably good into I didn't think I'd charge Shoe Exalt again in time. Also, I would not be using the A-Rift that well. So I just float the Exalt bar for a few turns. And now it's doing a multi-hit. And now it's debuffed with minus 26 strength. Hey. It's crazy how that works. Anyway. Take up illusions. I get the Exalt. I don't completely understand Poison Trigger. I think it goes through barrier, but it doesn't. But it's still blocked by shield. I think that's how it works. Anyway, I pressed the button for 8 alert. Unfortunately, this comp does not handle alert that well. Anyway, I take 2 DRs here. Very skilled player, you never miss these. By the way, a lot of times in Dtide, you're gonna have an RNG event called Death Resistance. And you just like play differently. If it's close. If it's not close, you just exit out. Say I'm gonna deal with this another time, but I don't know, I felt it was kind of close. Anyway, I'm just yapping. Face Death and Fire Resolve. It does something. I can't tell you what it does. Okay, I tried to be informative, but also now you're just gonna have to learn from Rain's guide. Anyway, you can see it's 14k poison. I have 8 stacks of it. Might as well apply some extra poison to make sure. But yeah, 15k poison, 8 stacks. Each stack procs 40% poison. It did like 73k. So yeah, that was the clear. This comp is fun, but I just haven't found a way to get it working. And I know part of it is that Acor, at least some part of it is that Acor is a very investment heavy realm because they like tentacles, which is dependent on your team crit rate. And it's just a complete mess. Alright. Because I'm not very invested in Corposon or Arita. But yeah, I rouse Arita first because Corpo Rouse actually just doesn't do that much. It gives you a random shield whenever you like stance every 3 turns. It's like G Murphy, but the shield's not that big. I don't know. Kinda crazy. Anyway, you can see I have the OE thing. I think I wanted to white stance this turn. I just don't white stance. Okay, don't worry about it. Oh yeah, I have Ultra turn. I forgot. I'm a mixer. Anyway, Cassia. Apparently, I am poor on Aliamus on Cassia, but don't worry about it. But this poof card, I want to play it, but like it's so troll. It just discarded my lightning retributions and I can't get it back on the turn I wanted to burst. But at least I get one of them back. But it's like, hey, I don't know. It's probably like, I don't know. But anyway, you press the button. Again, Arita, there's not much to know. Like, eventually, sometimes you want to make glands, and sometimes you wanna just let them float for their aftershock effect, which gives Arita an EMS, but I don't know how to explain it. There is one thing. Also, 29k. It's down to 18k. It was for sure discard, and not the counter relic that I have. It was for sure discard, which let me clear. Anyway. Oh, I just like rousing everyone. I'm sure there's like a limit. But yeah. Rouse button go, rouse button. It's I press the button, 50% less damage. The only thing you really need to know about Arita is it's very important to get her 10 glands. Because if you get, I mean, first of all, that's just her maximum exalt thing. Second of all, in Arc 2, she gets a Soulforge buff, which makes it so that I think it's like when you play 30 glands or consume 30 glands through Arita exalt, she does something better. Like, don't worry about it. You can look it up. But yeah, we get Corpo to this next state. This is for sure Corpo Arita. Has nothing to do with the 2.5k counter. Don't worry about it. We could definitely not substitute Arita for Kaikus, and it would not be easier. No, it would not. I mean, maybe I could have played to wheel. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could have played to wheel. But I just haven't been liking to wheel. I'm just saving Corpo Exalt. See, the number is scary, but I think if you have a good Corpo, you can block for a lot pretty often. I'm just used. I just like rousing for people. I don't know if it's accurate, but you know, rouse go rouse. Just adding more glands. I mean, okay, the thing is, I am using Horla Wheel, which is something I see everyone do. So I'm doing it too. I'm cool. Cassia button. I discard a hand. Now there's only a. It's really hard to go wrong when the deck when the draw pile is 2 cards big. That is one thing, but it's also just not consistent. This Cassia unit. Yeah, I get 10 glands. I'm pretty sure I made sure every time I had enough glands. Anyway. Pressing the buttons. Might as well use Murphy cards. Murphy cards add temporary tentacles for the round, which I'm presuming is decent damage. I mean, I did do 97k before the counter, but hey. I mean, to be fair, it is doing relatively decent damage, but yeah. A lot of it. Well, this is my cope. My cope is that this card is not the worst thing. That if I build up tentacle damage, tentacle crit rate, it will be a lot better, but I don't know if that's true. Anyway, press the button. Lot of shielding. It's kind of crazy. I mean, the thing is, I could see it, but also, like, the less lightnings or the less pilots you feel forced to play, the more you can store temporary damage. So it's also heavily an account. It heavily feels like an account thing as well. I'm not sure. Anyway, see, Poof is being the best card ever. Once again, hashtag I love Cassia. And at this point, it has 22k HP. It's probably dead. So I just kill it. There's an end turn button, but I guess I wanted to flex. Yeah, Corposant against Corposant. Alright, Dtide, this one. I like the sacrifice wheel for wave 3. I don't know if it's the best, but like, I've been vibing with the whole 5-turn thing, which it happens a surprising amount of the time. Where you just rouse G Murphy, wait 5 turns, and then you just kill them with sacrifice damage. It feels a bit illegal, but I've been doing it a bit. See, Mouse, Miriam does not get the good Alienist wheels. I don't know, for some reason I didn't think I needed them. Right, it's always a contest between Miriam and Dice about who gets the Alienist wheels. So it's just I have to choose to starve one of them. Because I have plus 12 in calc, which is a really nice wheel for both of them, but yeah. Anyway, Goliath is doing Goliath things. DR. You know, DR is very important. DR is how you not die. We thank Goliath for his contribution. I mean, he gives a lot of temporary strength. It's very nice actually. Anyway, I need to work on my G Murphy cover, but that's beyond the point. Also, the relic is weakness, which is really nice because you get to act like damage doesn't exist for 4 turns. Right. You will see that I have a good turn 1. This is only natural because I refresh until I have a decent turn 1. And by decent, I mean I get to rouse G Murphy turn 1. Like, if you reload, you will be able to do this as well. Like, it's straight to boss. It's not painful. I convert it into sacraments because I'm thinking maybe I want an extra heal so I don't die during my turn 6. So yeah, rouse Miriam. I kind of like scouted to see a bit. One thing that is important. One thing that is important is that when you're playing up to turn 6, you have to understand that in order for you to use White Stance twice, you either have to be turn 1 or turn 2 for using it. So anyway, I used it turn 2, whatever. Because, yeah. Otherwise, I'll come back turn 6 and you just wanna kill then. I press the exalt button, I get 500 shielding because Lemurians, hashtag normal. All of the strong, minus 124 strength. It's actually a pretty nice defensive resource. And I press the strike button. I will not exalt you, Murphy, until turn 6. Because she's building up her stacks. Also, these Desecrate cards, I feel like they're so expensive. Like, they're way too expensive in HP to play. But, like, I could see it if there's a completely dead turn. Or if, like, HP doesn't matter that much. Anyway, I press the button. I'm feeding Alienist to Goliath. Yay. Now I need to loot. And we're almost there. Also, my voice is kind of dying, but it might be because it's late and I'm waiting for the new kit reveal. Hashtag Arachne. Arachne, where are you? Arachne, 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 where are you? Thy fair Arachne. Anyway, press the white button, white stance button. I will specify. You will see, Miriam, I did not use the Miriam card, and that's because this is the only way I can guarantee vulnerable, and I don't like the only other option is to if you have turn rewind, you can play it and and play different seeds until you get one where you get the vulnerable card. But I do not have that luxury, or I do not want to gamble on that because I have to replay this whole thing, and I do not memorize. Yeah, it's just not fun. So yeah, this is the Fable turn 6. You can see you see two exclamation marks, but the first one is about the life seal stacks, or life seal. That's what it's called. It used to be called Covenant, but it turns out there's a system also called Covenant. Hmm. But yeah, I have 5 life seal stacks, so now you're gonna get a lot of sacrifice stacks on them. You kind of wanna wait a bit. I mean, there's no. You can see 240 strength, very normal. I mean, it doesn't really matter where you exalt Tulu. But yeah, at this point, Voracious Resolve, I use my Posse 2 because I'm allowed to. And I didn't really get anything good, so I just went with the law because it's an extra 10 strength. Maybe it matters. But yeah, you press the law button. It's very important. That's a temporary strength button. You want to use it before Goliath Exalt. And then you press the button. My plus 1000 temporary strength. Very normal. 540 tentacle damage. It does both. I did not even realize that. Anyway, waltzing. And waltzing. 552k sacrifice. Because it has 55 sacrifice conversion stacks. I'll just call it that. And of course, G Murphy does some as sacrifice as well, but 552k. I have to take a DR, but thanks to Goliath's contribution, I'm at 87% chance to proc DR. And I proc DR. And now they're dead. Sarah Bear us. This thing I get to do it pretty often. That's pretty much like when you don't have to worry about damage too much. And the sacrifice often gets to bypass phase 2. Often. Not always. Especially with the. I did it last week with the Tulu boss. Because, his phase 2 is more scary. And I just ate through the phase 2. Ate through the phase 2. Anyway. That is my G Murphy replay. Now we're going back to Muchet. This Muchet character, I have a lot of things I could say about it, but anyway. Yeah, Muchet might be slightly broken. You can see wave 4, alert 5. This is the dice team. I get some pretty premium wheels on her. Look at that in calc. It's just really amazing. I add some extra Keyflare wheels to Aegis because I don't know what else I want to do with her. And Hellet. I even have. Okay, I don't think I should have put Hellet wheel, but I was I made some bad choices. For Hellet wheel, I mean, it's really not good, but I also don't have that many good options. Like, if my Lighthouse was plus 12 and I had the new Sora wheel that's coming out, hashtag spoilers, that would be a lot better. But yeah, crit rate, my Muchet does not need crit rate. She reaches 100%. My relics are kind of nice. This Muchet relic is kind of broken. And then, of course, MBO. I figure I could proc it pretty often. And it did happen. And of course, this one, our home, some strength with Muchet. It's really nice. She has a lot of strength scaling. I don't know if she's the best strength scaler, but she's definitely a pretty good strength scaler, at the very least. Anyway, beware, enemy attacks inflict poison. Shining Crush. Press the button. I don't want to DR this early, so I won't be consuming the Blood Furnace. I choose weakness because I don't want to die. This early, at least. There's a point in which where you might want to do art, but anyway. I like rousing dice first when it feels like there's no hope for a combo. And like right now, if I just do Muchet, I mean, I could feed the embryos, which is fine. But like, I don't know. I like slow playing it. I also don't have phone, so I would need Aegis Exalt. I'd ideally want Dice and Hellet also to Exalt. So it's just like a lot to ask for. Anyway, I rouse Muchet. I press the Muchet button. I press the dice button. Okay, the thing is, you can argue that I'm not supposed to press the buttons until. I mean, I don't care that much about Muchet Exalt damage. I think it's just fair. I think if you reach Muchet OE, it suddenly starts to matter a good amount because she does a lot of damage for no reason. That's just that's just her motif. But yeah, I play the Aegis Strikes because it gives me OE. I'm pretty sure. Or maybe I don't. Maybe I'm not sure. But anyway, it does a lot of damage. Whatever. The yes. So I did some damage. I'm gonna have to proc the R. Don't consume Blood Furnace if you're already gonna proc the R. I have Aegis OE. Yay. Press the button. Shining Crush. I don't have 100%. I mean, that's on my Exalt. It's a bit different. I didn't even think about that. Don't worry about that. That card was not important. I mean, obviously, the card's important, but with Chat, one of the things that's nice about it is that she is kind of a bit overtuned. 10k, yeah. Like, it wasn't even a good burst combo. I didn't even use all the. Like, I didn't even use my second Shining Crush, which, by the way, I will play for the Aliens and the thing. I mean, obviously, it's Misha Portrait, which makes her Shining Crushes do a bit more damage, but this is just average Misha experience. I still have Aegis's final damage increase and Hellet's strike increase. Strike damage increase. Which, by the way, I heard it's on the same layer as the Muchet. I'm not gonna get into it. If you know, you know. But Hellet's Hellet's strike damage stacks with Muchet Rouse in an additive way. So it's a bit weaker, but it's still pretty strong. Anyway, you press the button. Everyone gets infinite alien myth. We love the game. Oh yeah, see this petrifying tension? You're gonna be seeing it a lot. Right, phase 2, when you reach a certain damage threshold, it'll convert it into this defensive stance, and it's gonna do something which gives it shielding or something. Anyway. Yeah, she comes back alive for a few turns. And in this, you're gonna see I'm still doing good chip to her, even though she has 75 fortress. And I pressed the button because I'm just like, she has a lot of fortress. I got my 8 stacks of the pursuit. I might as well just wait. And would you look at that? I mean, part of it is the embryo thing giving 20 aliens. It's kind of broken. But my Muchet Exalt is almost filled up for another burst turn. I mean, part of it's also dice and her embryo thing. I mean, there's a lot of broken things going on. I have the Ice Tree, which gives her more passive embryo generation. Or the team, I guess. But yeah, I pressed the button. Oh, we're back. From the Mistral. I was like, I didn't need to do this, but number one, it gives me a shield, which is not that important because the poison stack isn't that big, but whatever. But the most important thing is it lets me keep a Scion in my hand. And also Devour right now. Devour procs the relic, so it's not even a bad thing to do. What key button did I press? I think I pressed control. Anyway, I hope that was not that awkward. Anyway, yeah. I mean, I lost an embryo, but like, plus 20 aliens. And now it lets me have an exalt. 6 8. I mean, I don't want to go over how you combo, but you press the button. That's good enough, yeah? You press the buttons. Strike. Mortal. Strike Shining. And wow, she's going to buff herself again. She's almost dead. She has not dealt any damage to me. And now she's petrified. Okay, so obviously when you see this, it's like, what is this boss? But I will explain. Like, after the petrify, okay, believe it or not, there is a damage intention in phase 2. But after the petrify wore off, if I was playing a character that dealt a normal amount of damage, she would go through her damage intention, which is to attack blank times blank times. It's a big, I think it's like 800 damage, and it's a multi-hit, and that would genuinely be pretty threatening. But the issue is, because I play Muchet and I get to deal, see the 226, that's how much you need for it to turn into its defensive state. I managed to deal 226k damage every single turn. So the boss does nothing to me in phase 2. It's kind of crazy. And I also have the petrify. You'll see. It's just crazy. Also, the ARIF refund thing is actually kind of nice for the slow, for the stagnation effect. I'm too slightly inspired to build. Anyway, pressing the buttons. I think I actually let it live. Oh yeah, also, I don't know why my Mortal Blast is staying 0 cost. I guess that's a thing that exists. I don't know. I'm sorry. She does. I'm sorry. She does one thing before she does the whole thing, but apparently I forgot about that. Oh, actually, I mean, she gets a. I think she gets a decent shield, but obviously I can burst down at this point. From the Mist Realm, yay! 5 aliens. I guess it put Heaven Exalt. Press the buttons. 21k. Hmm. No. Wait for it's actually so troll. I mean, the thing is, I had pretty good strength relics. I had Muchet relic, which gives her more aliamus. I have the thing which gives your team more aliamus, which is, I find, I find it's like one of the better stats. I'm not sure how true that is, but anyway. Yeah, if you manage to deal enough damage every turn to phase it, it will not be a problem for you. And Muchet is maybe a bit too good at dealing infinite damage. But yeah, she does a multi-hit. I think it scales with the number of times that she buffs herself or something. But I never got to see that multi-hit. It's right after the buff intention, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay, wave 5. There are some important things. Voices in your head. You can see I have all 4 relics. Wave 5 in particular, it's the end boss, and N gives himself and all of the summons. Sorry, not temporary. It just gives them counter. So you kind of want Pandia to remove the counter. So you don't die from counter. Anyway, that's why Pandia is here. Lotan is here because he gets to chip a lot of damage with her OE. And actually when it's a Kero ring, or sorry, Chaos ring, her portrait lets her defend give 2 bladed defiances. And that's really nice because it just lets you combo strikes for basically free with the relic. There's not that much to go around. This is mono chaos, so you want a good amount of realm mastery so that you get aliens when you exalt. But yeah, it's just basically a take a DR straight to boss, try to kill the boss quickly kind of team. And you see, I have a well chat because I did not need it for the other clear. With the boss that manages to never attack. It's really awkward. It's really strange how that happens. Anyway, let's go on. Ramona's really nice. I like saving her for this comp, but that's also hmm, you don't need to. But it's really nice to pull back like a good cards. I'll just call it that. Anyway, you see, I pressed the Mucha Exalt button. I pressed the Pandia Exalt button is free basically. It just gives some strength, I think. But yeah, Muchet's strike combo. I have Lotan. It chips a good amount, 119k. You can't really sleep on it. She's definitely contributing. But yeah, I do the things. It's actually kind of nice to take one DR here. You can see I have 575% def resistance. Like, I'm expecting a few. I don't take DR because, I can't tell you why. Sometimes it just lies. I don't know how to fix that. But it would be a decent place to take a DR. Although it's like, you know, the less DR should take, the better. But yeah, I just play Mortal Blast to extend my combo length. So why not? And I end my turn. Plus 810. I love Keyflare. You can see my Keyflare spiked. I have Dusk and Dawn, plus 1000 Keyflare every time you proc DR. You can also see this button, this blue thing that looks like a deflection arrow called counter. You do not want to hit into it, especially at 1 HP. So yeah, I use the Pandia card to remove counter and then I start my attack. And if you don't have Pandia card when you do this, you either want to restart the run or you want to draw some kind of posse that gives you the capability of whatever. Anyway, I pressed the thing because I figured it would let me take one less DR. Because I'm not sure if I can burst through 300k. Unfortunately, I have not realized a very critical thing that Muchet is not like many characters in the game of Mormons. I keep pressing the buttons, and then I pull back a Shining Crush, and it's actually enough. Kind of crazy. So it's like a pretty not good posse. It didn't really do anything. Anyway, see these clones. I don't care about them. I have 288% DR, and I hope I don't proc all of them. Anyway, Tiny Wish. Feed the Lotan OE. Deal some damage. Casual. Yeah, anyway. Mm, and move behind his doppelgangers. Find the right moment to strike. I don't think I managed to kill any of them, which is a bit awkward. At least I didn't play the symptom one. But at this rate, I am taking 3 DRs. Oh no, my Muchet doesn't have Exalt. Whatever shall I do? I mean, it's only a 72% DR. If I were to fail this, I would probably restart for a better run. You can see I don't have the Pandia thing that removes counter, so I'm gonna try to figure out some way to fetch it. Did I proc the R again? 18%. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. There's a lot of skill that goes on here. I actually proc it twice. Okay, you don't want a DR test like that, but it does make the fight a lot easier now that the DR's passed. Yeah, now the counter is gone, and wow, everyone is charged because I proc DR 2 additional times. I really wonder how that happened. Anyway, Pandia Exalt because it gives some strength. It's not bad to have. I don't really have Pandia level that much, but you know, some extra temp strength. It never hurt anyone. Press the low time button. Wow, it did 239k. I mean, it's actually a good amount. You can see over Exalt fainted. First of all, it's like kind of nice to have on this turn. Well, it goes off the number of DRs, so like if you delay it, like the astrolabe actually went in. Look at that damage. Like, I mean, I can go back. It was at 1.2 million HP. Right, it started at 1 million HP around 1.06. This is this is a button in the game. Obviously got buffed by the astrolabe, but and and a lot of things, but hey, and obviously I'm using a whale, but 106, 630. I deal like 430,000 damage from the OE button. It's actually crazy. Anyway, from there, it becomes a lot easier to play the game. Wouldn't you believe it? Mm, yeah. Again, defense for Blade of Defiance. I think I was aiming for the posse that gives you strikes. So I'm just playing random stuff. Because I need to save like 4 hand space for it. From the Mist Realm, Shining Crush, and Mortal Blast to add insult. And I didn't even use one of the silver keys. I was planning to use it later, but like, genuinely, when you reach this phase, like, what are they gonna do? Like, look at this damage. It's just ridiculous. But anyway, I play Mortal. It's dead. Wow, would you look at that? Very high skill gameplay. But yeah, those are the 5 waves. That's probably gonna be it for now. I should probably not have been up at this time, but I was. So I hope you enjoyed the chat. The very informative, I'm sure, Dtide commentary. I might wanna go over arachne news, but there's 3 parts, and right now, part 2 and part 3 have not been released, to my knowledge. I need to go check. But anyway, bye everyone. I hope that this Yap session has been informative in some extent. To some extent. Anyway, bye.